Alrighty, we are back. 01 of 1 here, playing Stationeers, and we're starting up basically right where I left off in the last video. All I did is I just made sure that everything was uploading properly to YouTube, and now we are back. So, first things first, let's put in some fuel. Wow, that fills up really, really fast. We'll go to 10. Wow, that fills up so fast. Okay, so there's 10,000, real fast. That's good there. That doesn't need to be on. Okay. And then I suppose that doesn't need to be on either, but that's fine. Okay. So we have that sent off. It'll get us more ices. And yeah, so that should be good. Hopefully this thing will be full now. Yep. Okay, so there is our really, really, really high pressure. Now, what I'm hoping for is that by having such a high pressure inside the Stirling engine to begin with, I need less pressure input from the hot side of, you know, Stirling pressure input, whatever. Okay, so we're down to -3 now. Okay, so this is scary. So I'm going to drop this thing down immediately to 1500, and we'll see what kind of pressures we get to in here. And yeah, it's going to be scary. 767, 75, 82, 8, 81, 82, 83, still going up. Remember, if we hit 11,000, this thing breaks. And it doesn't just break, it explodes. Probably taking me with it. Okay, so we're at 85% for our internal pressure differential efficiency. And we are now in the red, which is terrifying. And then how much power are we doing here? 3.37. Yeah, we're not even doing that much. Okay. And we're at 8.84. And we seem to be resting at 86%. Okay. So if I increase this a little bit at a time, that's also going to increase the pressure inside of the Stirling engine, which is terrifying. But it should also be hopefully putting in less heat. Yeah, it's still cooling down right now. Wait, no, that's heating up. Never mind. It's actually heating up fairly quickly. No, it looks like it's about the same amount as before. And we're not even at 100% efficiency right now either. Yeah, so we're putting out like nowhere near enough. Wait, how is this thing still putting out 4,500 if we're only supplying it with 3.3 or 3.73? Makes no sense. Okay, but I mean, we're gonna get this up to 100%. So let's hopefully not blow this thing up. Now, if I had tried this and we didn't have so much pressure in here, this would have blown up already. Guaranteed. Okay, so we're at 9 megapascals inside of here. Okay, we're at 99%. And then, I mean, do I keep it at 99%? And how much is that? It's about 4.49. Okay. So if I go up one more to 1900, okay, that puts us at 100%. Our pressure is in the red, but it is okay. And then our power made is 4.74. Okay. So slightly more power is being made. Let's see, so that one's at 5,000, this one's at 2,500. Okay. Then we'll check the temperature is going up more than 100th every tick. Okay, so this, not ideal. I don't like this. All right, now let's go back to this. Now, keep in mind, that's 1900 plus, well, let me just see what's going on here. So I have a feeling, I don't know if it's going to be correct or not, but the working pressure inside of here is 9.1, right? That is 1.9. Add those together, you get 11, right? Okay. And now we'll try this one. And this gets the pressure way down. And we're already up above, well, roughly where we were with the other one, with much less pressure. But the problem is that needs to be much higher than this, right? So we need even more pressure coming in, which I think increases the heating. Yeah. Okay, so that is that. So it doesn't really, it looks like it doesn't really matter what the pressure is inside of here. We still kind of heat up and cool down at the same rate. So let this drop below 0 again. I mean, it drops pretty quickly, which I'm happy with. Okay. All right, so now this is the 5,000. I'm going to turn this one on. And this is at, it should be pulling itself up to 100% efficiency. 98, 99, 100, right? There we go. Okay, so now we're at 6.07, 6.08, and we add that to that. Oh, that's 1900. Okay, so that's 6.09 plus 1900. Well, 6.1 plus 1900 is about 8,000. Okay, so I was thinking that like the pressure is equal to like 11,000, which is like the maximum for these things, but that's not how this works. That seems to be putting in 1624, so that's 0.08 Celsius per tick. Okay, interesting. Let me let the pressure get back down again, and I'll try to count how much is being added per tick. Because that's, instead of 0.01, it's 0.008, which is less, which is good. Now we'll go with this one. Temperature in here, let's let it drop below 0 again. Okay. Now this is the 2500. 4738, 3221. So this is 0.09 or 0.009. Okay. So 0.009, 0.008. Now this is degrees of temperature increase per tick. So 5,000 actually seems to be heating up the room less. And then that makes sense because we have 1900 versus 2400. Now this one is also 1900. Okay. So let me try 4K. Then I got everything turned off, so the room should be cooling down. Okay, so 5,000 seems to be the lowest amount of temperature increase per tick based on pressures and keeping the, pressure efficiencies at 100%. Okay. Now, I don't know if increasing or decreasing the room pressure will have an impact on that. I don't know. I should probably make sure that there isn't any oxygen in there, right? Okay. Is there any nitrous oxide in there? No? Okay, good. So then we should be okay to just kind of drop that out. Oops, no, that has to go down to below 4,000. Good. Okay, so let's set this thing down to 4,000. Okay. No, that's gonna go... Oh, it didn't actually go up that high. Okay, good. I'm gonna try to find the sweet spot for my setup in particular. So I want the lowest amount of temperature increase while keeping 100% on my efficiencies. And, you know, maxing out power generation, so. Can you hit 4,000, please? Please? No? Okay, fine. I will deal with 3,999 then. Okay, so also I need to swap out my battery. Good to go. All right. Okay, so now this is 4,000, which means that as soon as I turn this thing on, we will not be working at 100% efficiency, because that has to be dialed in. So we'll see where we get to. Okay, so we're at 95%. And what are we producing? 4.18, okay. 96%. Okay, so let's increase this to 2,000. Okay, so that's 99%. So it should be producing very nearly 4.5. Hmm. $2010? No? 2020. There we go. Okay. So that gives us 100%, which is the max that we're going to be able to produce here, I think. Okay, so we're putting out full charge. This is at 100% of... No, it's at 99%. Okay. I'm just going to put this up to 2050. Okay. So that should keep us fairly there. We're at our 4.6 kilowatts, which I think is the max that we can produce with this particular setup. And then temperature increase, 6.7, 6.5, 6.4, 6.3, 5.9, 5.8. Kind of like stutters a bit on some of them. It's like on 51 there, it kind of held a little bit. 45, it held a little bit. So that means that we are increasing the temperature by less than 0.01 per tick, which is good. But we still want this to be cooling faster than it's, heating up, so... I don't know, man. Okay, there we go. So 7.465, 4.738, 2.9, 11.02. Looks like it's 0.009. Okay, so 5,000 at 0.008 is still better. Okay, but this isn't terrible, I guess. But I'm thinking 5,000 might be the ticket. And then that's at 1,900 versus 2050. So, I mean, I guess that makes sense. So we'll turn on this one. We'll let this one run. Okay, 13, 4, 2, 2, 9, 6, 3. Looks like 0.0085. So it's pretty close to the other ones. But we do require less input. So I'm kind of tempted to just go with the 5,000. And we'll just make each of these equal that. So that will go, oh geez. And that one's already set at 5,000, or 1,900. Okay, good. Wait. This was 1,900 with the 2,500? Hang on. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, no. Okay, that's what I thought. So, well, hold on. We're at 2,500 in this one, right? Well, we already know that has to jump up to like 2,400 to get to our 100%, right? So we don't like that. So we'll take both of these, we'll pump them up to 5,000, I guess. And then we'll have them, I guess 5,000 will be where we run. So we tried 2,500, we've tried 4,000, we've tried 7,500. So I think 6,000, or sorry, 5,000 should work fairly well for me. Sounds like a rocket's back. Excellent. Another successful mission where I did not have to monitor it at all. That makes me happy. Okay, so we're going to set this to 5,000. This is taking a long time to fill up, isn't it? Huh. Well, while that's doing its thing, I'll go and check on our loot. See what we got. Wow, looks like it's still going through. So we got like 300 something. That's good. Okay. We'll let that continue its thing. Okay, and we are nearly at 5,000. Is it going to actually get to 5,000 or is it going to play with me? Looks like it wants to play. Okay. Okay, now are we going to get to 5,000 or is it going to play with me? I think it's probably going to play with me. I think I just got a spam message. STOP. I don't want to be a part of this thing. Like, why do they sign me up for this crap when I don't sign up for it? You have unsubscribed. Good. Go away. It's like, I didn't subscribe in the first place. I was Someone subscribed for me, which is stupid, but that's the data brokers. They get your information, they sign you up for a bunch of stuff that you don't want, and they get paid. That's how that works. Now, it might only be like 5 cents per sign up, but you get like 1 million people signed up times 5 cents. That's 5 million cents, which is what, like $50,000? Right, so so that, oh, did I just finish that thing? Okay. There we go. All right, good. Okay, so I'll just go over the conditions that I've got in here so far, so that way if you guys want to copy it into your own little builds or worlds, you can. So I have volatiles in the tanks. Okay. The input pressure that I have in here is 1900 kilopascals. And then the pressure inside the room should be around 7500 kilopascals. And since it is not, that means that I need to turn that thing on to get that back to where it needs to be. And I need to stop going in and out of this door because it takes so long to close or open. Okay. So that is set to 750, so we will do that. Okay. So with that, we should start increasing the pressure in here until we hit 7,500 kilopascals. I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not, but it is actually filling up fairly quickly, so that's good. Okay, so that is our working pressure in here, right? Is 750 kilopascals. Pressure in our tanks is 5,000 kilopascals of volatiles. Input pressure is 1900 kilopascals. Now, I don't know if that also has to do with the temperature of our pipe stuff, but it's about 900 degrees. And then with that, we can produce 4.5 kilowatts per Stirling engine, so a total of 13.5 megawatts. It's not bad, right? So then if I were to change this to, oops, 13.5, right? Turn on this one, and I turn on this one, and I turn on this one. They should all get us to 100% fairly quickly, hopefully. Okay, environmental operating efficiency is at 100%. Differential efficiency is creeping up there slowly. That one's at 97, 98, 97, 96. Total power made is 12.9. What? Alright, well, let's drop it down to 12.5. Okay, so that will increase the temperature in the room. 7874 by about 0.04 degrees per tick. So that's fairly quick heating, which means that you need a monster system for cooling everything down. But this should all be... Oh, why is that one at 95%? What? 96%? Oh, that's because the temperature in the room is now above 0. That's why. Okay, so that's kind of dropping. 12.6. And we're outputting 12.5, so I mean it's a good charge going to our batteries. But it is heating up the room fairly quickly. So we're going to turn these things off again. Let the room cool down. And now I need to keep working on the cooling system to ensure that we are keeping the room as cool as possible, as quickly as possible. So that's fun. So I think I need to add more pollutant, because I'm using that as my primary cooling thing here, for these anyways. All right, so this looks a little bit different. This is a bleeder. It's a bleeder valve, but they call it a purge valve. So this will take whatever gases is in here, and it'll maintain a pressure within this pipe, and then any excess gases will be shoved off into here. So that's basically how this is working. So we have 1 megapascal in here, which is kind of where we want to keep it. Then I have some nitrous oxide in here, which I still want to get rid of, but it's mostly pollutant in there. And we're at 3.86 megapascals in there. I don't know how much pressure this can handle, though. Condensation chamber. Can't spell, apparently. Can't type either. Inbuilt pressure regulator to the target set by the setting wheel. Okay, so now here's the thing, right? If I have too much stuff in here and it starts pumping liquid into here, then that could burst these pipes, right? So gas pipes don't like having liquid in them. Liquid pipes don't like having gas in them. They especially don't like having solids in them. So, yeah. And then gas pipes will burst well before liquid becomes a solid, unless you like flash freeze it or something. So, all right, let's grab one of those liquid canisters that I had painstakingly vacuumed out, and we'll keep working on cleaning out our system, trying to make it as good as we can. Okay, so that'll go there. Now I think the purge valve is also going to control, well, no, it might not, because this, all right, so we have a liter of liquid in there already? No, now it's a liter of not liquid. Okay, so it is putting pollutant in here, but it looks like the pollutant is turning into gas. But I'm just trying to get as much of this nitrous oxide out of here as I can. So I think that's probably not going to work as well as I'm hoping it will. It looks like it's just increasing the pressure. But I mean, that's you know, 0.218 liters of nitrous oxide out of there, so that should be fine. We'll turn that off, and then we'll empty this thing out. $270 degrees in here. Okay. Well, that is, we're going to want this to be closed first. And that will change this probably all into a gaseous state fairly quickly. Good, temperature's going up. Okay, so now we can bring that out, which is going to drop the temperature down in here. And then with the presence of the nitrous oxide in the room, we are still dropping temperature, but we're hot enough that it doesn't really matter. So that's fine. And we're fairly cold in there right now, so that's good. Okay, so there is all of the liquid nitrous oxide out. Looks like we're now going for the gaseous nitrous oxide. Yeah, we're filling up our waste tank very quickly. Can't stay in here for too long, unfortunately. Okay, so now how much do we have in the room? 1.84 moles. Is that going to be too much to pressurize? Well, let's find out. See what the stress becomes in here, if it becomes anything. And then once we pull a full vacuum in the room, looks like we almost have. No stress on the pipe here, so that's good. I think that just means that everything is hot enough to keep it in gaseous form. Okay, so that is it for all of that. Okay, so with that we have pulled nearly a full vacuum. Okay, so there is our full vacuum. Take that out. All right. And that can go there, I guess. We'll reverse this and pump everything back out of here, and then this will do its thing. All right, then I can hop out of here, and we have pulled this to a full vacuum successfully. Excellent. Okay, you there. 12,000, I mean, should still be, yeah, it's fine. Okay, so this, we probably want to empty that out as well. So let me do that. Oh, no, wrong way. Do we have any liquid nitrous? No. No snow, although it has snowed in here quite a few times, so I know that it works. Okay, so there's that. Excellent. We'll let that cool down in there. Should be fine. And then we will empty this thing out the rest of the way, pull it to a full vacuum. Okay, so let's see what we got in here. Okay, a little bit of stuff. All right. What's the temperature in there? 135. Okay, good. That will cool down the room a little bit again. Not too much, though. Okay, so now we can try pulling this into here, see if we get any stress. If we don't get stress, that's great. If we do get stress, that's not great. It looks like we're not getting stress. Good. Okay, so we have pulled a full vacuum in the room, which means that there should be a full vacuum in the canister, so that is now empty again. And we'll close that off, and then we will reverse this. Excellent. And then we'll let that thing take over, do what it needs to do. Temperature is high enough in there that it shouldn't go back into a gaseous form, so that should be good. Excellent. All right. So now I need to go and grab some pollutant. And the way that we're dumping pollutant into this whole thing is via this. So this is currently at 0 kilopascals of pressure. Okay. So we will disconnect this, take it with us, and fly this way. Not fly, just jump. Okay. So that can go there. We will connect it. Why do I hear a pump? Oh, because there is a pump. Okay. All right. So that pump is ensuring that all of the exhaust gases coming out of the Stirlings, which is, you can't really see it, but it's the green pipe over here. And if you watch it over here, it kind of goes in there, then down there, it becomes an orange pipe. Should be painted. Then it goes over there to, you can kind of see it right there. And that goes into all of the Stirling outputs, and that's where all of that goes. Okay, so now that we actually have some amount of pressure in here, we should be able to pull some stuff. I like seeing dial go up. Now, is that going to start condensing inside of here? If it does, that's an issue. But I think 5,000 should be good, right? Alright, so now we will take this, and now we shall fly with it. Alright, now we'll plop this thing down onto here, and then connect it, and then that should start dumping all of that into the system. Good. And that should hopefully help with this thing, keeping everything cool. Looks like it is heating up. Good. We want this to heat up on this side, and we want that side to drop down. It's hard to tell what that one's doing. If I put this all the way at the end, does it move above or below the little dot? It doesn't look like it's doing anything. Just kind of chilling there. Well, I mean, this is what we want, right? Because then we take this super, super hot stuff, and then we cool it down via these, and also via everything down there. Alright. I wonder if that's going to tell me, like, what... No, it's not going to tell me the convected or radiated. Okay, so temperature is going back down. We still have a little bit of nitrous oxide in here, though. So I'm not really a fan of that. Well, actually, no, that nitrous oxide is in here, right? Yeah. Okay, so I don't care about it in there. We probably should be using pollutant in here, too. But we're using nitrogen as our cooling gas, so it's fine. Okay, temperature is dropping back down. This temperature, I'm not sure what that's doing. Did it drop down? Looks like it dropped down. Okay, so I'll put this back in here. Okay, so it's just picking up whatever was in the pipe in here. So that's what that is. And then let's see, what do we have in here? Oh, we have more nitrous oxide. Okay. So we'll pump that out of here. I'm trying to get all the nitrous oxide out if I can. Looks like we're getting more liquid. What? 644. Okay, so the nitrous oxide that I have in here is condensing. And, okay, let me change this. Well, hang on. 959. Okay, so it's not really pumping in that much pressure in here. So if I were to increase this to like 1500, right? So that way it tries to maintain 1500 kilopascals in here. That might be enough to force the nitrous oxide to condense once the pressure gets up there, of course. And then this is doing its thing. It is dropping in temperature, though. It's a little concerning. All right, we'll just turn that off for now. Okay, now it's really cooling. Why? Whatever, it's fine. Okay, so we've got more stuff in here. I have no idea how to tell, like, how much pressure can this thing handle, right? No idea. We can look at this, and the pressure inside the pipe is increasing. Pressure up there is, well, there's stress in there, so that's not good. I'm not actually sure how this thing is supposed to work, but it's like sometimes this gas pipe is empty, sometimes it's full. I have no idea. I don't know if there's like an internal timer in here or whatever, but it just, I don't know. But let's check to see where our pollutant is and if we can dump in some more. Okay, so it looks like it's still got some in there. Okay, well let's grab it anyways. Fill it up again. We'll pump this back up again. Okay, there's our 5 megapascals. And then 6 megapascals I think is where we'll stop. Alright, so that's that. Good to go. We remain in the green, good. Alright. And then this needs to go up to here. And we dump this over here in the corner. And then that dumps even more of the pollutant into the system. Okay, so it looks like kind of got to a point to where we have saturated the system. So if it needs more pollutant, it can pull it. And then this should be going up again. Yep, okay. And then let's see, we want to check the pressure inside of here. Okay, 1.49, good. Where did all of the nitrous oxide go? Okay, there was nitrous oxide in there. Now it looks like it's all up here. That's not good. We are increasing stress on the pipe here, but I don't know. I think it's okay. There's not very much nitrous oxide left in here, and so that's kind of good, I guess. And I'm still trying to figure out like what this thing needs. 'Tis still a mystery to me. Okay, stress is going back down. Good. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but I don't know. It seems to be doing something, right? Okay. And then how is our temperature? Still up near the red, good. Not even close to the blue. How much pressure do we have in here? 644. Okay. And then of course I have pollutant being filtered out of here too, which of course is taking the pollutant out of here. And this thing needs to heat up a lot. So I think the less temperature that I have in there, in the large tank, the less power I produce. So we're at negative 11 in here. So how's the temperature? Is it still dropping? It's dropping slowly. Emphasis on slow. Okay, so what do we have in here? Okay, so this is the evaporation chamber. So this is where all the liquid should be going in here to evaporate into gas, right? So, wait, hang on. Let me... Do we want this to be... Because you need high pressure to condense it, right? So if I drop the pressure down, we're at 7... Oh, no, that is correct. Okay, so it's trying to drop... Okay, so we are at 7 kilopascals. Okay. So that should be telling all of the stuff in here to turn into gas. And of course, inside the pipe here, we're condensing. And then down here, we have our liquid. And then this is our heat exchange right here, which has a little bit of pollutant. That's probably just from me painting stuff, but mostly nitrogen in here. A little bit of CO2, a little bit of O2. So there's that. I have the frost on my visor here, which means that it is very cold. So I suppose we can turn one of these things back on. And then, so we're at 100%. Environmental operating efficiency is only at 99% though. And then also, I need to turn that pump on out here, that one right there. Because otherwise, if you see that little guy right there, that'll start building up pressure. And then the more pressure that we have building up back here, as you can see, that's going to negatively impact our stuff here. So I don't know if that's the environmental or how that's going to work, but okay, so that's 4.5. Okay. Whoops, there we go, 4.5. Okay, now we're dropping down even more, and that is because the pressure in here is building up to a point to where it is actually negatively impacting our stuff. So that is why we need to leave that pump on out there, so that it continually keeps the pressure down on the exhaust pipe, which is what we want. And then that keeps our operating pressures up. Our operating percentages. Yeah. I don't know. So you can see we're at 90, it's going up, right? So turn this thing on, should drop down fairly quickly. And I'll go and I will get myself some drinky drink. Or as I'm Kibitz would say, some sippy drink. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so that has dropped the pressure back down, so we should be back up to 100% on our percentages in here, I believe. Pretty close to it. And then as that drops down, it should be fine. .57, 4.58. And I wish I could set this thing automatically, so it's also checking the temperature of the room. So that way, you know, if the room temperature is, I don't know, something. And then also, can I even, like, where would I check that? No, I don't know if that's the room temperature, the temperature, the 326 that's going up. That might be. I mean, it must be, I would think. So we could get the temperature off of the Stirling engine, so I wouldn't need a gas sensor to get the temperature, so useful, I guess. But the issue is still, like, how do I turn all of this stuff on, right? So, I mean, that's doing its thing wonderfully. 4.59, we're pumping out all of it. Temperature is increasing still, though, so I don't have quite enough cooling yet. How are we doing in here? It's actually getting colder in there. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Of course, that's probably getting warmer, right? No, that's getting colder too. Okay, so we're still heating up, but it looks like we're heating up slower than we were before. So I think adding in that extra little dump of stuff helped out. Can you show me that pipe? No, you don't want to show me that pipe? Okay. Can I look in this? No. Okay, fine. Oh, there we go. Pipe network. Okay, so that is still pure pollutant. Oh, and that's got a one-way valve on it right there, which is why that is staying pure pollutant. And we're still at 3.27 megapascals in there, so we've got more pollutant than we actually need. And that's at 849 degrees C. Okay, so then we're pumping very, very, very hot pollutant into the system and expecting everything to cool down from it. Yeah, that's probably not the way that works. I mean, I could run a pipe up off of here if I have room for it, and then throw in, I don't know, because I mean, like, it's fairly hot, right? So if I put just a single pipe radiator on there, that should cool that down pretty quickly. I don't know how that will affect our cooling apparatus in here. Still looks like it's a little less than 0.01 per tick though, so maybe it hasn't really affected the cooling that much. Okay, and then I have this thing working as well, which is probably using up a lot of... Okay, so operational temperature efficiency is 100%, temperature differential efficiency is at 45%, pressure efficiency is at 100%, so this is actually operating fairly well. If I put that in there, does that change any of those values? No? Okay. Put this at just like -40. It's fine. Okay, so I don't... Let's see what kind of information we got in here. So max ratio required power is 10. That doesn't seem right. Should be pulling a lot more power than that. Pressure output. This is all well and good, I suppose. But I mean, we're putting out stuff, so that's good. It's good for the batteries, right? I would like the cooling in here to be so extreme that as soon as you turn these things off, like the temperature just plummets. But I think I need more stuff for that. I don't know if I need like more chambers or if I need more AC units. No idea. And I could potentially put another one here and then just snake that around to connect into there and then snake that up to connect into there. And like if I turn that off completely, right? I take a look at what we got in here, 769. Okay, so that's, wow, this is actually doing quite a bit of good to slow things down. So if I put in another one, that could make it work better. All right, let's try it. It's gonna use up more power, but if I can keep those things running like full time, I'm not worried about the power at all. And then all I have to worry about is making sure that the exhaust gases stay hot. All right, so I'm gonna need more pipe likely, and I'm probably gonna need more cable. Okay. So we've got this pipe that I'm not using, that pipe that I'm not using, that pipe that I'm not using. I'm gonna need more of this pipe. So let's, well, let's do the atmospherics first. And then I'm gonna need insulated pipe next. Oh, and I need more silicon, okay. Good, an excuse to pump more heat into our exhaust. All right, so, I don't know, we'll do like 500 silicon. How much? Yeah, I should have enough, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Should probably turn on the drills then, I guess. Get some more of this goodness going. Okay, and then that is the atmospherics, so I will take that and have you start. Oh, right, I need the silicon first. Okay, well, light that baby up. That should be enough, I think. Sir, go in there, please. And thank you. Okay, good. Temperature needs to go up. I could just like burn a bunch of this fuel, right? Oh, that was outputting at the same time. Yeah, okay. Maybe we drop that down a little bit. Just like pumping in just all kinds of heat in here. I don't know, I have a lot of fuel, so I'm not really too worried about it. Temperature is increasing. Good. Okay, So we'll put in this into here. And I probably should be burning the nitrous oxide and volatiles in here. So let me do this, and then we'll do that, and we'll light it up again. We'll just keep on going until the pressure goes crazy. I'm just burning through fuel right now. But I have a lot of it, so. Did I tell you to start? Yes, good, I did. All right. And then, is this increasing the overall temperature in here? Well, according to that, it's 1300 degrees now. And 40 megapascals? Okay, well, I mean, that should be fine for now, right? Well, actually, no, that needs to go all the way up. So we drain all of that out. Here we go, some more pipe. Where are we at? 2. That should be fine. Okay, so you can turn off, you can turn off. We'll see what this is doing over here. Is that really 43 megapascals in here? Tis, and it's very hot, which is good. This makes me happy. Now, the only thing is, I have to reduce the pressure in here, so I gotta start taking some of this stuff out. Because I think, what's the max pressure you can have inside this thing? Like 60 something? I don't want to get anywhere near that. Now, the other thing that I could do is put in another huge tank and just have it shared, so I have like multiple tanks of really, really hot stuff. But, I mean, everything is heated back up again, so that's good. And then, yeah, so that can go here. We have our atmospherics. I need more wire or cable or whatever you would like to call it. 28%. Do I have more cable? More cable? No more cable? Okay. Cable. Good. Oh, and we're at an hour in the video already. Okay. Well, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video here. And then in the next video, we'll set up the other atmospheric unit, and we'll see how that works to keep everything kind of cool. Yeah, should be interesting. But that's going to be all I have for this episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and if you did, hopefully you'll join me for the next one. But until then, have a good one.